Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Race 4 of the 2005 season. We are here at Atlanta Raceway, Atlanta Motor Speedway. One of my favorite tracks to go to on the calendar. I'm so glad we go to it twice a year. One of my favorite races. This place is super racy. It's 123 miles, long race, 82 laps. We got Ryan Newman there on pole. He's going to be pretty quick today. Um, yeah, it should be a good one for you guys here. Um, yeah, I'm excited. Let's get into the stories and get into this race. It's going to be a long one here. First up, we will recap the late model race won by Brad Smith at Ace Raceway, late models. That's pretty much about it. I think it's his third career win since 2004 in that series, so good for him. He's also tackling ARCA as well this season. Here is the cars fighting around the ones to make it. Dave Blaney, he made it. Buckshot Jones, Ken Schrader, Carl Long, Morgan Shepherd all failed to make the race. Jeff Green, Mike Skinner, Rusty Wallace, and Dave Blaney made the race. That's pretty much it. We'll get into the starting lineup and who cheated and who didn't and who got caught.
Drivers, to your cars.
There's the call for the drivers to go to their cars. Should be a good one here today, folks. The media clears. We'll go through these paint schemes here, kind of get a brief idea of your starting lineup. But yeah, we'll go over who cheated and who has to start from the back and who's gonna get a black flag. So we're looking here at Jeff Gordon. This is his third week in a row that he has been caught trying to cheat. Um, I believe it was Mark Martin and maybe Kevin Harvick. Let me just double check that. Yes, Kevin Harvick and Mark Martin will have to serve a black flag lap one, but everybody else will be good with losing their qualifying spot. But yeah, we'll get the command to fire engines and we'll get your starting lineup and we'll get this long race ready going for you guys here. Alrighty, we are back. Let's set it down trackside to get the command to fire engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
There's your command. We love those words. As Ryan Newman will send it off to his outside, Carl Edwards. Row 2, we got Brian Bickers, Bobby Labonte. Row 3, Matt Kenseth to his inside rookie, Casey Kane. We got Casey Atwood, Dale Jr., Kurt Busch, Dale Jarrett. Jamie McMurray, Ricky Rudd. There's Elliott Sadler. Mayfield's on the apron. He's got an issue. We'll have to get an update with that. There's Jeff Green, Kenny Wallace. Sterling Marlin, he's going to have to catch up a little bit there. Robbie Gordon, Bill Elliott. Steve Park, Randy LaJoy. Jimmy Johnson kind of struggled a little bit on qualifying. Tony Stewart. Travis Quapples. We got some other issues back here. As the 01's on pit road. And now the 38's on the apron. What is happening? Oh my gosh. Let's see where your favorite driver may have qualified here. There's Ryan Newman in the pace car. You can go through 3 and 4. The 01 never got the car started. They said something failed on the right front. And then the 38 and the 19, I believe, all have tires down. Must have ran something over on pit road or something, but the 38 and the 19, they're going to be at a huge disadvantage. But here we go, off of turn 4. Ryan Newman, Carl Edwards, pace cars on pit road. Green flag, we are racing in Atlanta. And we will give those, not DQ, we will give those penalties to Mark Martin and Kevin Harvick. Now John Andretti has a tire issue. What is happening here in Atlanta? That's our third tire issue within like not even a lap of racing. But Ryan Newman is going to lead. And Bobby Labonte is going to run second. Here comes Casey Kane. He's in third looking for second. There's Mayfield coming out of the pits after changing his tires. There's Sadler. He's going to blend right in front of these leaders. I believe he has enough speed. There goes Casey Kane looking up the inside. Newman did lead lap 1. That will be a bonus point for the 12 as he slips to 4th. Vickers looking to put him 5th and him up to 4th. That's Ryan Newman back to 5th, that is. As Casey Kane's going to grab the lead, take advantage of Sadler, boxing in Labani. Carl Edwards is going to take advantage and go to 2nd. Yes, all three, Elliott Sadler, Jeremy Mayfield, as well as John Andretti, all have tire issues, as Kevin Harvick's now on pit road. Not sure what's going on with the 29 car. I know they had the black flag they had to serve. Maybe they're going ahead and changing tires, maybe filling up with fuel. I'm not sure. But I mean, look at these young guns right here. Rookie Casey Kane, rookie Carl Edwards, and sophomore season Brian Vickers. Casey Atwood right here. Looks like he's trying to pass his teammate and go into 5th. Dale Jr.'s having a great run, as well as Ricky Rudd. There goes Vickers, maybe looking to the inside of Carl Edwards. Nothing doing there. There goes Harvick's on track now. Mark Martin. John Andretti still in the pits. Not sure what's happening with that Bill Davis entry. Further back here, we got a battle for 8th. Kurt Busch, Ricky Rudd, Matt Kenseth. Dale Jarrett, look at the run Jeff Green has got going on that Haas number 0. Dave Blaney back here sitting really good. Got that car tuned up well. Randy LaJoy running good. Jack Sprague, there's Ricky Travis Kvapil. Jeff Burton, Jeff Gordon. 3rd week in a row starting from the back. He's climbing his way up to the front. There's Greg Biffle, Jeff Burton. This is a couple good stories right here. Kirk Shimmerdine and Derek Cope. A couple part-timers that were able to qualify their way into the show this afternoon. Mayfield there. John Andretti's back on track. There's Mark Martin, Kevin Harvick, and we got a new leader here while I was going through the field. Brian Vickers has taken over the lead. As John Andretti has indeed lost 5 laps. Elliott Sadler's going to try and get his lap back the hard way. That 38 car has had a ton of speed, just nothing to show for it when it comes to the points. I also have no idea how far these guys can go on fuel or tires. I guess we'll just have to wait and see and be fans in all of this. It's Casey Kane's up top, slipping backwards. Gone from 4th, possibly back to 8th, possibly back to 9th now. Labonte's giving the inside to Carl Edwards. There goes Elliott Sadler, lap down, trying to get around Carl Edwards. That's going to open up the avenue for Kurt Busch to go to the inside of Casey Atwood. He is clear. These guys are going to be close to getting to 190 miles an hour getting off into turn 3. There goes Sadler and Kurt Busch looking to the inside of Carl Edwards. That 97 car looks pretty hooked up. Again, this will be a story all season long. These Roush guys. The 54 of Carl Edwards, the 97 of Kurt Busch, the 16 of Greg Biffle, and the 99 of Jeff Burton. Those 4 guys are going to be competing for 2 spots. As we got a battle for the lead here, Bobby Labonte had a great exit out of the corner, and he's going to look to the inside of Vickers. If you guys go look on the YouTube channel, probably one of the greatest races was this race in 2003, the fall of 2003. We got 3 wide back here. Meanwhile, back up front, we got Bobby Labonte trying to get to the inside of Vickers. Bobby Labonte did win that race over Bill Elliott in dramatic closing fashion. He's looking to win his 2nd race here in Atlanta. Further back, we got Ryan Newman trying to hold off, or no, I guess get into the top 5 here. Trying to get around Matt Kenseth. Again, Matt Kenseth, he is going to be so fast this season. That team has really got that 17 car exactly where they want it. But just with the strategy and last week the engine expiring, as you see Bobby Labonte taking the lead here away from Brian Vickers. That'll give the 18 the lead. Just super unfortunate there for that 17 bunch, as Vickers is going to cross back over and go to the inside. I think Matt Kenseth is going to be a championship favorite, but with that engine expiring last week, it's going to be a uphill battle, that's for sure. And Sadler's still trying to work his way up. He is a lap down in 37th, but he's sitting pretty well right now. All things considered, losing a tire on the opening lap. I mean, not even before the opening lap, under pace laps. There goes Matt Kenseth, trying to go around the outside of Sadler, trying to pinch him. Can't quite get to that right rear corner panel. Casey Atwood and Tony Stewart back here battling for 8th. Johnson there, Del Jarrett. These Joe Gibbs racing cars are running pretty well. Coy Gibbs, the rookie, just outside the top 20. But there's Jeff Burton working his way up. Same thing with Greg Biffle. Jeff Gordon is flying through this field right now, currently up to 14th. Catching up to his teammate Casey Kane, who did end up actually, remember, he led earlier on in this race. Jeff Gordon's going to be a threat to be reckoned with. Just another quick note, the list, I guess, we determined to figure out who qualifies for these races and who has to qualify the race in, was based off of last season's points. It was the top 30. But now going forward is now the top 35 after this race in owner's points. So it'll be the top 35 and everybody else has to qualify their way into the race. But those standings will of course update week to week. There goes Kurt Busch hounding his rookie teammate Carl Edwards, trying to get him up off the bottom. That 54 mirror is full of that 97 Sharpie. Off of 2 side by side. Dell Jr. Stuart Johnson battling in the background. Kurt Busch there makes a move. Well, can he clear? He does. That inside line there on the exit of the turn 4 is super, super important and super valuable. There goes Tony Stewart looking for 6th there on Newman. Here comes Jeff Gordon. He's going to have a major run here on Kane. Now, I think if you were going to cheat, I think this would be the race to do it. I think it's long enough to where if you can overcome that deficit of starting from the back, I mean, no doubt Mark Martin, Kevin Harvick, those guys, they're going to need a yellow. They're going to need a few yellows to catch up. Yeah, they're going to be, they're back here. They're a lap down, nearly 2 laps down. And more laps click off, the more and more that sand in the hourglass runs out. There goes Kenseth looking to the inside of Edwards. Edwards is having a great day. Remember, him and Kane were up front, 15 laps ago. And Kane has fallen off, and I believe he's fallen off too, but nowhere near what Casey has fallen off to. And look at this mess. Jeff Gordon throws it to the inside of Kane. Him and Dale Jarrett trying to get around Casey Atwood and Casey Kane. McMurray's trying to hold off Ricky Rudd. Now Gordon's going to try the high side. And look at this mess here. Sadler's starting to fall off. Ryan Newman's gotten around Tony Stewart. Jimmy Johnson says, hey, invite me to the party. And Matt Kenseth and Carl Edwards has caught. Back up to Kurt Busch here. This time by will be 60 laps to go. Vickers had a huge lap there. Closed 4.5 tenths, and he's going for the lead. I'm not sure what happened to Bobby Labonte. I'm not sure if he slipped up, but these guys are going to be battling side by side. Bobby's still there. He's going to get some type of run off the corner, but we know how valuable that inside line is on the exit of 4. Bobby's kind of sticking with him, but there's Vickers just able to drive through the corner, and he is going to easily clear Bobby. Carl's up to 3rd once again. Matt's trying to go for 4th on Kurt Busch. Sadler's tires are beginning to give up. It's important for Elliott Sadler just to stay in front of the 19. Not really sure where the 19's at. These guys are coming off a 4. Yeah, he's not even a turn 1 yet, so he's fine. But we'll take this opportunity to kind of go through the field, see where your favorite driver may be running. Maybe this week it's a favorite paint scheme. I'm sure at some point we'll be getting into pit stops, but there goes Coy Gibbs looking for 15th on Sterling Marlin. Jeff Gordon's going around Casey Atwood, trying to at least. For 11th, that inside line looking really, really strong on both ends of the racetrack. Jeff Gordon has got around both Junior and Ryan Newman. Bobby Labonte's desperately trying to get back up to Vickers. Carl Edwards trying to join the battle for this lead. No pit stops yet. Matt Kenseth is really trying to get around Kurt Busch here. He's going to take a peek to the inside. Kurt Busch does a great job of defending. Clear for now. Bobby Labonte has caught back up to Vickers. Can Bobby retake the lead? I believe Brian Vickers won the fall race last year, and Bobby Labonte won the fall race 2 years ago. Top 5 remain the same. Kenseth still trying to get a run, see if he can't get around his teammate. Take a zoom out here, see if there's any interesting battles. Kenseth really just all over the back end of Kurt Busch, trying to pack air, getting into the corner. May sacrifice some on the exit. Speaking of the exit, here comes Bobby with a good run. Does he make a move going into 1? Not quite. Vickers is able to get a later arc. He is clear for now. Here comes Kenseth and Bobby. They both kind of got a run. Kenseth's just able to drive through the center of the corner better, but has to give it up on the exit. Maybe not. He may have another run here. May have another shot at Kurt Busch. In this race, they've gone 30 laps at least now. It'll probably be a 2-stopper. Bobby's going to have a run getting off into 3s, already shading a headlight. Does he make the move now? He does not. Matt Kenseth goes high. Are they pitting? Top 4 are pitting. Kenseth stays out to grab a bonus point. Ryan Newman, these guys all stay out. They're going to take over 2nd. But about 3 seconds worth of fall off, so I do believe it is worth pitting sooner. We'll have to see how everything cycles and shakes out. So about 30, maybe 61 will be the laps of pit stops, around 59 to 60. And now Matt Kenseth is coming in this time. Ryan Newman's pitting. Sadler is going to stay out on lap himself momentarily. Quapple's not going to run long this week. Andretti, he's going to stay out. Same thing with Mayfield. All these guys are lapped down, though. Same thing with the 6. The 4 is pitting. 29 is going to stay out. Kirk Shemmerdine. Last time we saw this car was in Daytona. He's going to stay out. He might grab himself a bonus point lap lead. Unless he pitted already, which is possible. Yeah, I think he already pitted already. But meanwhile... yeah, Bobby Labonte's behind Carl Edwards. Do they cycle that bad? We'll have to see how everything shakes out. Yeah, I don't know, because there's Tony Stewart way up there. There's Vickers, Sadler. Is Tony Stewart running second right now? These guys must have really short pit. We got a caution. We got a wreck going into 3. Bobby Labonte, Coy Gibbs. I think Jeff Gordon has damage. Brian Vickers will be your new leader. I believe Bobby Labonte had a tire go down. We got a caution on lap 33. Let's go see what happened. So this was right after we went through and cycled. We talked about Carl Edwards beating Labonte. There's Labonte losing the left rear, saves it, gets down in the apron. And then Jeff Gordon swerves. Coy Gibbs, nowhere to go. Robbie Gordon, a huge hit. Newman and Biffle slide through. Oofta. Okay, let's focus on Coy Gibbs here. Let's go slow motion, because right there, Gordon's getting caught up behind Labonte. He swerves. Contact there. Ooh. Pow. I mean, nowhere to go for Robbie Gordon. Let's go on board Robbie Gordon here. Just no time to react. And yeah, we'll jump to live here. The Zero looks like he's having some type of an engine issue. I hate to see that for the Zero cars. The 11 and the 2 are out. Jeff Green and Haas were having a great day. Man, you hate to see that. Alrighty, we got the pace car peeling off. We got John Andretti 4 laps down, lining up to the inside of Vickers. Jeremy Mayfield got the lucky dog that time. Green flag drops. We are back under green. We're back racing here in Atlanta. Vickers up top. Johnson's looking for 3 wide for second underneath Kurt Busch and Tony Stewart. Johnson right there started 4th and he's going for the lead. 3 wide under Vickers and John Andretti. What a move from Jimmy Johnson. And he's got it. He's going to be side by side. The 25 can't hang up there. They're going to put John Andretti in a really tough spot. Jimmy Johnson, your new leader, followed by Matt Kenseth. They started 4th and 5th. They're running 1-2. Now Matt Kenseth is going to look to the inside. Vickers trying to carry the momentum around the top. Can't do so. Kenseth is there. Gunning for the lead for Johnson. I just put Carl Edwards, James McMurray, and others in a tough spot as they're fighting 2 and 3 wide. As you see, the inside line just has so much more grip. Kenseth is clear, and he's driving away. We're coming up here on halfway. These guys are still going to have to pit one more time before this race is over. But yeah, some great cycles. Jimmy Johnson took great advantage. Obviously, Matt Kenseth is your new leader. Dale Jr. Rocketed up the scoreboard. So did James McMurray, Casey Kane, Greg Biffle. All these guys back here. Where's Jeff Gordon? Did not have a good cycle. As these guys, I mean, but great, worked out great for Mark Martin, Kevin Harvick. Bobby Labonte had a tire go down. As Sterling Marlin's on the apron, I'm not sure what happened there, if he's coming out of the pit road or what's going on there. But he's likely to lose a lap, and that's going to hurt John Andretti because he's not going to be in the free pass position anymore. As that will put Marlin one lap down. As Johnson and Vickers battle it out hard for second. Johnson's clear of Vickers. Kurt Busch trying to hold off Dale Earnhardt Jr. And that's really tough what Jr.'s doing right now. I mean, he is like a shark, right? He is a minnow swimming with the sharks. And we got Roush, Hendrick, Roush. And there's another Hendrick, and there's Roush right there. And then there's Joe Gibbs, Roush, and then Chip Ganassi. And then Jr., I mean, he is punching way out of his weight class. His teammates, Michael Waltrip's running 22nd. He's been running great today, but up to 22nd. And then Steve Park down in 34th. As Vickers is going to dive to the inside on Jimmy Johnson, looking for second. Johnson's able to defend for now. Not quite clear. We know how important that inside line is. Johnson takes that advantage away, holds on for now. As Kurt Busch is going to have a run. He's going to shade to the inside of Vickers. He's going to dive it up the inside. Nothing to show for at least now. Trying to get a run off turn 2. Casey Kane, we know he's got that short run speed. They said that they're trying to make an adjustment to help the long run speed. It may just help the speed general. It may have helped the speed in general. As Vickers is going to look to the inside here. As he is there on Johnson. Where does Kurt Busch go? Inside, outside? What lane does he think is going to prevail? Vickers has to check up. Johnson is clear. Busch is going to look up top. They're drawing even down the back into 3. Casey Kane's looking to the inside of Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch is looking to the outside of Vickers. Kurt Busch is there. Does Kane make it 3 wide? As of right now, at least, no. Vickers has to check way up. Kane has to slam on the brakes not to run him over. And that might give Kurt Busch enough to get him to 3rd. You feel the speed as they roar off into turn 3. Casey Kane's looking up the inside of Kurt Busch. Johnson's drawing a beat on Kenseth for the lead. Junior's trying to get around John Andretti so he can join the fight for second. Dale Jarrett's looking to the inside of Tony Stewart, and these guys are going 3 wide for second into 1. Kurt Busch is able to hold off the 25. The 25 is kind of holding off Casey Kane, but Casey Kane's not letting him off the hook that easy. My eyes were on Jarrett and Stewart in the background. I didn't even notice they were going 3 wide. They've calmed down for now. Dale Jr. and Greg Biffle both gotten around John Andretti. Jarrett is pulled away from Tony Stewart, running away. As Johnson has now caught the back end of Matt Kenseth. As now Vickers and Kurt Busch are starting to leave Casey Kane in the dust. Dale Jarrett, that 88 car is fast, but here comes the 48. There goes Greg Biffle to the inside of Dale Jr. Dale Jarrett trying to get around John Andretti and Dale Jr. No prevailing there. As now these 3 have tightened back up. Jarrett gonna have to settle back behind Andretti. There goes Vickers making another charge at Kurt Busch. Casey Kane is close enough. Looks like he's just going to try and help his teammate, though. We know Vickers, his handling's not great on the bottom. They are side by side through 1 and 2. Kane's got a good run here. It looked like whatever adjustment they made has seemed to help the long run. He's looking for third here. Does he make the lunge to the inside? Does not get to the inside of the 25, but he's there on the 97. They both complete the pass on Kurt Busch. Now he's going to try and get around his teammate here without costing too much time. Meanwhile, Kenseth has pulled away from Johnson just a little bit. Casey Kane trying to clear his teammate off too. He's probably going to get him down here in 3 and 4. Clears himself on Vickers. Here comes Greg Biffle trying to join the party. The top 6 are either Hendrick or either Roush. I want to go back in the pack and see how Kevin Harvick, Mark Martin, and those guys are doing, but pretty exciting up here as Johnson's trying to catch back up to Kenseth, and Greg Biffle, Dale Jr., Dale Jarrett are all catching this group for third. Jeff Gordon slightly in the background going to the inside of Carl Edwards. Off of 4 here. Vickers is trying to get a run, looking to the inside of Kurt Busch. There goes Vickers to the inside of Busch. Greg Biffle's looking to the inside of Busch. They draw even off of 4. Where does Greg Biffle go? Does Biffle make the 3-wide move? He's going to hang out for now. He's going to look to the inside. Hug that white line. Probably your best friend. Off of 2, Vickers is not quite clear of Kurt Busch. Greg Biffle's going to give his teammate the draft down the back. Does he go to the inside here? He's there, but the 97 might be able to get just enough of a run. Vickers clears Busch. Biffle can't get around. Biffle doesn't make the move. Junior says, I'm going to make it for you. As we got a side-by-side lead here, Johnson's looking to the inside of Kenseth. Kenseth's able to defend for now. They're still side-by-side. As we close in on that fuel window. The fuel window, I believe, yes, it is open. We are under 30 laps to go. Just whenever do you make the move? Derek Cope, Kirk Chimberdine, there's Jack Sprague. There's Elliott Sadler. Rusty Wallace running 25th. Michael Waltrip's up to 21st. There's Bobby Labonte and Kevin Harvick. They're trying to work their way up. Casey Atwood, Casey Mears. Ryan Newman. Look at Mark Martin's up to 12th. 11th for Gordon. And we got these guys are battling tight. See where your favorite driver may be running in this moment in time. As Mark Martin and Jeff Gordon are working their way up through the field. Jimmy Johnson is not letting Matt Kenseth out of his sight. And Casey Kane is actually the fastest car inside the top 5. Whatever adjustment they made on the long run, it seems to be working. Jimmy Johnson is there. Nothing there. As Dale Jarrett's made the move on Junior. Tony Stewart's looking to the inside of Andretti. They may be 3 wide off of 4. Andretti lifts. Junior's able to clear them both. Meanwhile, back out front, Kenseth's able to get a good run off the corner. He's clear for now. I think Jimmy Johnson's just a skosh better. Brian Vickers put down a great lap. It is 3 Hendrick cars behind the 1 Roush car. Next week we are off to Bristol. I believe it's all 5 series are going on. I'm not sure where the late model stuff is, but ARCA's back for their 2nd race of the year. Truck, I believe that'll be their 4th race of the season. Busch, 4th race of the season, and race number 5 for the Cup Series. John Wood is looking to go 4 for 4. He's perfect so far on the season with wins. He's looking for his 4th win of the season. They're in his 50 Roush truck. As Casey Kane's going up the inside of Jimmy Johnson, and Casey Kane has cleared Jimmy. This guy, Casey Kane, I mean, anytime you're out on a racetrack, you are basically putting your resume out there. I don't know if Jimmy's got a problem or not, because here comes Vickers looking up the inside. But ahead of the 2006 regulations and the rules and everything, NASCAR is basically forcing every team to be capped at 4 full-time cars, and I think Hendrick has found their cars, with Vickers and Casey Kane long term. But yeah, Casey Kane, I mean, this is his bid to say, hey, I belong here. I'm running second. I'm chasing down the fastest guy in the garage. And there's contact. The 48 and the 25, they touch going off into 3. Johnson's pitting. I don't know if he has a problem or if he's just trying to short pit. But he was on the outside. Vickers and Gordon nearly touch. Or that's Jeff Burton. The two Jeffs nearly touch. As there goes Mark Martin looking to the inside of John Andretti. Let's go see if we can look at that again. This is Vickers and Johnson going off into 3. They just kind of touch. You know, Matt Kenseth's going to pit. That's going to give Casey Kane the lead. Kenseth and Johnson, I believe, probably are going to have the best strategy. But on the back end, if there is going to be a back end, I think these 5 to 6, 10 or so cars, they may move their way on up. Yeah, Vickers is chasing down Kane. I believe Casey's got to come down now. I don't know if he's got the super long run in it. I know they adjusted for the long run. Kane's going to stay out there. I think they're hoping to catch maybe a caution. There's a 4 to another 4. They're around about the same lap time. There's Derek Cope there, part-time. And then we got all these cars coming down here for their last pit stops. This is going to be all about just getting on and off pit road efficiently. Here's Matt Kenseth. He will be your new leader. Keep an eye. There's Jimmy Johnson looking to the inside of the 4. Johnson got trapped behind Jerry Nadeau, and that's going to cost him a ton of time. So we got Casey Kane Vickers now back on pit road. Or not back on pit road, but now they're on pit road. Kevin Harvick's up to second. There's Mark Martin. He's in the lead. Kenseth's going to blow by his teammate. He's short pitted. Marlin pitted as well, so he's going to be staying out there a bit. I believe this is for a spot as Kenseth and Marlin nearly, I believe they did make contact. I don't know if Kenseth was trying to give Harvick room to pit, but him and Marlin, I believe they did touch. That's going to give Johnson a huge run. He's going to make a move to the inside. Kenseth, I mean, an absolute masterful block right there. But I still think Johnson's got a little bit of positive momentum, as he's desperately trying to get to the inside of Kenseth. Both of these drivers know this will be for the win. Is there going to be side by side? Can Kenseth stay up top? Can he stay there? He does for now. Johnson to the lead, and he's clear. He did not lead that lap last time because Mark Martin was down pit road. But yeah, it's pretty much these guys. Jeff Burton, Casey Atwood, not Kurt Busch, Jeff Gordon, all these guys short pitted. So they got immense track position, but Jeff Burton's kind of starting to slip back. But your new leader officially will be Jimmy Johnson. As now he's got the lead. Now these guys are coming off a 4. These guys are about halfway down the back. Matt Kenseth, he's not letting them off the hook too soon here. I mean, there's still 16 laps to go here, but Jimmy Johnson's beginning to stretch it out just a little bit. There's Jeff Burton running third. He's having a great race. Him and his team did a great strategy move there. There's Kurt Busch. We'll have to see if the 99 has any long-term speed. Tony Stewart's running 10th. There's Vickers. He fell away to 12th after waiting to pit. Junior fell back there. There's Mears, Ryan Newman. Mark Martin's back to 18th. Now we'll have to see if he can climb through the field. There's Marlin falling like a rock. He's hoping for a yellow. Kirk Shermerdine's kind of holding up Kevin Harvick and Dave Blaney. There's Rusty Wallace. Elliott Sadler, again, just so much speed in that car. Just nothing, absolutely nothing to show for. Meanwhile, back out front, it is Hendrick, Roush, Hendrick, Penske, Yates, Roush, Joe Gibbs, Hendrick, your top, was that 12? There's Junior. We got a couple more Roush guys. Here comes Mark Martin. He's going around the outside. He's helping Carl Edwards go around the outside of Newman. I just don't know if Penske is going to be consistent enough for Ryan Newman to be considered a big-time championship contender, especially with that engine gone. But we got a long year, right? That Dodge, they are going to continue to develop that car, and they're going to continue to get better. I wouldn't completely count them out yet, as look at this battle for fourth. 97 starting to slip back a little bit. Matt Kenseth is not going away from Jimmy Johnson. Let's go on board as we get 12 laps to go. I had no idea the 48 was behind Sterling Marlin. Was that why he had to pedal it so much in 3 and 4? No, I think Johnson just couldn't quite get to the bottom and there was nearly contact. But yeah, new leader Matt Kenseth, thanks to Sterling Marlin. Now Jeff Gordon's up to 5th here, looking for 4th. Or he may have already gotten 4th, he did. He's looking for 3rd there. Casey Kane, they have kept the adjustment in the 5, and they're working their way up, trying to, be up to 3rd there. Jeff Gordon's up to 3rd now. Casey's trying to go for 4th. Every spot is a bonus point. Not a bonus point, but a point you can improve on. Casey Kane is there. We know how powerful that inside line is off of 4. Shorter way around. He is clear. Sterling Marlin, I believe, will be lap traffic in trouble. We got over a backstretch in between the leaders and lap traffic. I don't think that'll be an issue. Casey Kane is pouncing on the opportunity to get to the inside of his teammate. Does he make the move? Does he stick his flag out? Does he try to get to the inside of Gordon? We know how fast that 5 car can be. He's got a big run on Gordon. He's looking to the inside. He's looking for 3rd. And don't count out Jimmy Johnson yet. He is closed back in on Matt Kenseth. This time by will be 6 laps to go. Does he make the move of a 2? He's shading the headlight. He's letting Kenseth know he's there. Meanwhile, back here, Kenseth and Gordon. Or that's Kane and Gordon. They're still battling it out. Kasey Kahne is clear from Jeff Gordon. New third place runner, and it's Kasey Kahne. That is super impressive what he just did. 6 laps to go. Kenseth's under fire from Johnson. How hard does Kenseth defend? Gotta believe that he doesn't want to wreck them both here. As we got reports of the 21 with a tire issue, he can't get to pit road. He's slow on the apron. Another 13, he's got an engine issue. Ricky Rudd is slow. That's going to draw a yellow. Caution is out with Jimmie Johnson, your new leader. Kasey Kahne third, Jeff Gordon, Jeff Burton fifth. Tony Stewart got around Casey Atwood. Greg Biffle rounds out your top 10. With Ricky Rudd stopped on the apron down there. NASCAR was forced to throw a yellow. Derek Cope blew up. So they want to inspect the track and make sure there's no oil anywhere. And Sterling Marlin is likely going to get the lucky dog here. I don't even know if we'll be able to get this race restarted or not. Are we going to have any takers? Is pit road open? I don't even know if pit road's open this time by. As the field pick pulls back up to the end of the pacing line. Pit road is open. There is a green flag down there. Alrighty, here comes the pace car. The pace car lights are off. We're going to have a 2-lap shootout. Matt Kenseth. Don't look now, but Kasey Kahne, we talked about his long run speed. There are laps on the tires. He might be able to steal a win out of this. Yeah, look out for Mark Warren back there running 13th. He may be able to crack into this top 10. This is giving Jeff Gordon, Kasey Kahne, Jeff Burton, Kurt Busch, all these guys a new chance here. But with 2 laps to go, most likely it's going to be Matt Kenseth to Jimmie Johnson. Who's going to get the jump? Pace car's on pit road. Green flag is out. The 33's got a problem. He's got a tire down. And we are back green from Atlanta. Kasey Kahne gets the jump to the inside of Kenseth. As they're trying to make it a Hendrick 1, 2, 3, Gordon's going to try and get to the inside of Kenseth. Kasey Kahne is clear of Kenseth. Where does Jeff Burton go? Casey's clear. Did the 33 get out of the way? He got to pit road. 1, 2, 3, Hendrick off of 4. One more time around for Johnson. Gordon's looking to the inside of Kahne. Jeff Gordon is there. He's going to have, I don't even know if he's going to have a shot here with these two. Kasey Kahne up top, Gordon down low. Kasey Kahne's clear. He's going to have one shot at Johnson. Matt Kenseth's going to try and get back to third. He might occupy Gordon just enough to get Kahne second. But they're all chasing Jimmie Johnson in that Lowe's Chevrolet. Kasey Kahne's got a huge run. If he had one more lap, he's going to look to the inside. I don't know if he's going to have enough at the line. Jimmie by half a car length. Unbelievable. Kasey Kahne gave it all he had. But it'll go Jimmie Johnson and Hendrick Motorsports. Either way, it would have been Hendrick Motorsports. But congratulations, Jimmie Johnson. Kahne gave it his all. What a run. I can't believe the run off of 4 he got. Jeff Gordon gets third. Tony Stewart gets a top 5. Kurt Busch 7th. Burton gets that 6th. 8th goes to Greg Biffle. Mark Martin 9th. Vickers 10th. Casey Atwood right there. Bobby Labonte 12th. He's been getting some good runs here. Carl Edwards, I hate to see that, down to 17th. See where your favorite driver finished. Kevin Harvick was unable to recover at all today. But let's go check out that last restart there. That was exciting. So this was the restart. Back here we also had Travis Kvapil from 14th. I believe he said he ran something over. Had a tire go down. But meanwhile, on the restart, Kasey Kahne was able to get to the inside of Kenseth right here. Playing 3 times speed. And was able to get clear of Kenseth. This is coming to the white flag. Jeff Gordon was able to get clear of Kenseth. Burton got tight, had to lift. And right here, if Jeff Gordon did not make that move, I believe we're talking about Casey Kane in his first career win. I mean, I can't believe the ground he made up. Gordon gets to the inside, but Kane's able to kind of carry the momentum around the outside. Clears Gordon. And then now Matt Kenseth's getting to the inside. That's enough to occupy Gordon, so where he has to defend. And kind of even, kind of even. And then right here, Kane's just able just to exit with a huge run. Pull it low. And at the line. By that much, Casey Kane does not get his first career win. But yeah, I mean, take a photo right there. Hendrick, 4 cars inside the top 10. Congratulations to those guys. Alrighty, this is the official results of race 4. We got Jimmy Johnson, Casey Kane, Jeff Gordon, Matt Kenseth, Tony Stewart, your top 5. A lot of Roush, a lot of Hendrick, but also a lot of Joe Gibbs racing car in there. They've been fast this season. See where your favorite driver may have ended up. Evernham, outside the top 20. Don't see that very often. Michael Waltrip finished 19th there at DEI. Definitely looks like Dale Jr. is carrying that bunch over there. 33 cars finished on the lead lap. 37 actually finished the race. And yeah, 4 DNFs. But yeah, we'll get the points updated and we'll be right back. Alrighty, this is the updated points post-Atlanta after race 4. Jeff Burton will be your point leader. Brian Vickers climbs his way to 2nd. Rookie Carl Edwards falls to 3rd, 28 back with 2 top 10s. Looks like 2 drivers have 3 top 10s. That is Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Burton. Bobby Labonte's having a great season, sitting 5th. Casey Kane, Dale Jarrett tied for 6th. Ryan Newman, Tony Stewart, Kevin Harvick round out your top 10. Jeff Gordon, Dale Jr. right there. A couple of drivers that stick out like a sore thumb. Matt Kenseth, Mark Martin, Kurt Busch, all in a row right there. A couple Evernham guys. And then we switch over to the right side. Greg Biffle, 21st. Yikes. I mean, Elliott Sadler, again, he has the speed, just no results. Robbie Gordon's in 25th. Michael Waltrip weighs back. Coy Gibbs back in there. Jeff Green had a great run going. It's a shame he blew up earlier. Sterling Marlin has had so much speed this year. Just nothing, absolutely nothing to show for it. Him and Kyle Petty, the last 2 with the 4 starts. Buckshot Jones missed this race. Dave Blaney in the 7 has missed 2 races now. Same thing with Jerry Nadeau. Yeah, that's pretty much it though. I believe next week I think is Bristol. So yeah, I'm excited to keep this rolling, keep this going, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week for Bristol. Thank you for watching.